Hello there, everyone. Sam's just bearing us out, kind of. How you doing? All right, so we've got to go upstairs because apparently this place is in a bit of trouble. But before we do, I'll just let Sam relieve himself. I mean, in fairness, he went straight for a kip, so it's kind of understandable. We all okay, Sam? All right, let's go. We may shuffle around some cargo when we do this because I get the feeling we're carrying way more than we need.
Sam, we've got a situation. The delivery for the research lab is ready for transport, but the chiral density is higher than anticipated. This may be due to the gatequake just now, but we've identified a new BT area in the vicinity of the lab. However, we have no BB pods on hand. I know you've got dooms, but without a pod, you're gonna struggle to determine exactly where the BTs are.
Don't worry, if I can get close enough, I should be able to see them. Seems like my dooms level or whatever went up at some point. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of the rest.
Oh yeah? That's awesome. By the way, we finished a preliminary assessment of the BTs detected in the vicinity of the research lab. And we've prepared some weapons that should be effective against them. You're a pro. I know you can handle this.
Yeah, what weapons?
We've issued you a number of blood grenades. They use an active agent based on compounds derived from the blood and bodily fluids of doom sufferers, making them highly effective.
All right, I feel like he's just repeating himself from last time.
Practice using them in VR training. If you'd like to try them out, just access the delivery terminal to get started. Your other weapons won't do any damage to BTs. Shoot them all you like. They won't die. Make sure you're well prepared.
All right, so you just tell me you got grenades. Fair enough. What kind of BTs are there?
According to our initial survey, you can expect to encounter gazers in the field. If you make contact with a gazer, then another type of BT, a hunter will emerge from the tar and try to capture you. If they succeed in this, you'll come face to face with a massive BT known as a catcher. Now, you don't want to ever let a catcher consume you. It'll trigger a void out, obliterating the surrounding area and everyone in it. When the dust settles, there'll only be a giant crater. So make sure to escape the catcher before that happens, or use the weapons at your disposal to eliminate it.
All right, all clear.
All right, go ahead and pick up your next main order. I'll brief you on the details while you check your map.
Okay, so, first of all, I am looking for recycling store. That can be stored. We got that. I'm just trying to make sure anything that's not really necessary goes in. Recycle, go on. All right, that's a lot less on us now. All right, take on orders. And me. All right, so the prototype MP bullets developed at the C1 South Distribution Center will be tested at the former Geophysics Research Lab. There are BTs in the area, in the ruins near the lab, however, making delivery risky. Eliminate the BTs in the ruins and deliver the prototype MP bullets to the lab.
All right, Sam, you good to go? The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area. There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, you can use it to escape any BTs that may be pursuing you. And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain and devote your full attention to dealing with any threats.
Okay.
So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC and taking it along with you so you can fabricate a shelter for added peace of mind. You're the only one we can count on. Don't let us down.
All right. Nice and straightforward. So if we're talking about the route, let's just zoom in a bit. This is us. First of all, let's just go to here. That seems nice and straightforward. We've got a post box here. We'll go for that. Let's carry on up here. I'm not being very specific, but I think that's fine. And then we're going to make our way to this little area. Is that... Oh, I messed up there, didn't I? All right, let's just try again. So start here. Let's go to here. Remove marker. Remove all markers. I feel like the markers have got messed up. All right, so start here. Marker A. There's marker B. Marker C. Marker D. Marker E. There we go. I'm fine with that. So we've got the prototype MP bullets, plug grenades. All right. Confirm them. Fabricate equipment. Just get some more of them. Place some backpack, auto range. Let's go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Can I just be a bit silly here and do another of these with a cheesy smile?
Please take care.
Go on, I'll run through yours as well.
I will always support you.
All right, so there's marker B. Let's make our way towards it.
Take care, Sam.
All right, my cat's decided now's the time to try and jump on my lap. She's a little love. She does try to do it. Okay, so off we go. This does give me echoes of the first game, how some of the mission structure was. I mean, I vaguely remember the first mission. You did have to cross through BTs, but you didn't have any weapons for that. So it was just basically, all right, these are what BTs are. And then after that, there was a little encounter with mules. And then there was another one with BTs, but this time it was kind of a scripted encounter with a catcher. So it does feel a bit like they're doing the same thing here, just trying to get you remembering what all the possible encounters are, essentially. All right, anything in here? Yeah, nothing in shared locker. Fair enough. Let's move on. Okay, we've got something here for the geophysics research lab. Oh, wait, still okay, so I'm not too worried about from that perspective. Potential gate quake detected. This is definitely a what the hell moment. Like, I heard it, but where? I mean, it's good to know, but I couldn't hear it, so I couldn't even... Well, sorry, correction. I could hear it, but I couldn't hear where it was. So, for all I knew, it was right on my toes, or it was miles away. It sounded near. Alright, Sam, you okay for a sprint here, pal? Oh, I didn't realise there was a little hurdle there. Sorry about that. We're closing in. I mean, the D marker's what, 100 meters, I'm guessing? Yeah, 120. We're gonna get rid of these boots in a minute as well. No matter look, it'll probably happen during this mission. Alright, so just up here. Probably overshot that a little bit doing the D marker there. My hope is there are no BTs right around here. Right, someone's done a watchtower, so I will just take advantage of it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything too crazy in here, I don't think. But they want us to construct a timeful shelter here, so we're going to do it. Oh, wrong button. Try again. Didn't I grab a PCC? Oh, what a dope idiot I am. Alright, well, apparently we're not doing that. So, let's just go in here and let's see if we can deal with these BTs. Okay, there's one. That looks to be gone. Alright, I love that, the fact that the blood splatters onto the cases. That is a very nice detail. Yeah, I'm only going towards the areas just because I want to get the chiral crystals. Ooh, 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 ooh. Are there any nearby? I didn't fully say it, by the way, but I did like how they just kind of hand-waved about Sam suddenly having more ability to see BTs. I feel like I'm moving when I'm not moving. Oh, oh, oh. Like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, I wasn't doing that. That was really annoying. Alright, let's just get another set of grenades quick. There's one there. I'll make sure it's a lock on before I fire. Oh, one here as well. And one up here. I missed. Try again. I don't know where they are. Ah, damn it. Try again.
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BT threat neutralized.
Oh, okay.
Deliver your cargo to the research lab.
Oh, okay, so I can just carry on with the mission. Cool. I know they try and make out that it's because I'm off balance. But yeah. Kind of irritating that I keep losing balance. Alright. Equip a new set. I find it interesting that the BT is just kind of upped and left. Like, I took enough off mount, it was like, alright, we're done here. I thought you would have had to clear the area, but I'm fine with that. I'm after the post box. I know I saw one. Was it there? I know I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think it was this way.
Don't be afraid.
So what I'm going to do is something a little bit silly, but it might be good. First of all, go and entrust that cargo. So
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
and then for this share cargo with the porters. Actually, no, we're going to keep the container repair spray, but everything else, pretty much. Yeah, even that's fine. Everything else is going in here because that way other people can use it.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
But yeah, I'm fine with that now. That's just lighten my load quite a bit. Auto range. There we go. Very light. Just double checking because it would be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, we got the prototype MP bullets, so we got what we still need beer for. That's fine. All right, so where's our final destination? Up there. Okay, let's go. And because the load's been lightened, I don't mind picking up the odd thing here and there now. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean, I think I felt a bit of an idiot not doing the Timefall shelter, but that was just because I thought I picked the PCC up and I didn't. But I think everything else is fine, relatively speaking.
I will
I do like this as a detail, the idea that you're able to activate the cinematic camera every now and then. Just small little things, and I'm thinking, I like it. That looks like a lot of ladders up there. Former Geophysics Research Lab, number of inhabitants 88. Alex Weatherstone.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that using...
Okay, so, yeah, deliver and report. Deliver both of these. Confirm. Now, I'm sure they said this is where Hartman was. Sorry, not Hartman, Deadman. So, I'm curious if he is still here or if we've got to go somewhere else to find him.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this.
I don't recognize the name.
Why don't you let me take a look at your orders?
Yeah, he was at the weather station first game.
Looks just about perfect to me. But that's Sam the man for you.
Now, in fairness, I should get decent likes from you because you know me.
Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted
Being a bit
each
stingy,
other.
Alex.
Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico onto the chiral network.
Okay. That seems quite big, the entirety of Mexico after 3 deliveries. I'll take that, thank you. New strand established. Former Geophysics Research Lab, Alex Weatherstone. And anything lit up around here? Not a lot, it's actually quite empty around here. We've got a firmware update, anti-BT effect added. MP bullets are now effective against BTs. Okay.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Alright, boost to porter, boost to combat, boost to stealth, boost to servicemanship, and bridge link. That was the full Kahoot, I should clarify there. Alright, 36 on the porter grade, still silent and a level 2.
So, Sam, don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCA. I was a Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance, and here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started to climb, hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down.
Alright, what kind of weapons are we talking about? Is it just...
Well,
Go on.
The delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets that have anti-BT properties. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you want to keep a few on hand. Before you head back out, review your options and requisition any weapons you think you might need. We've set aside a ton of extra materials just for this purpose.
Okay. What are you doing here right now, then?
Chiral density levels in this region have been fluctuating wildly. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity as well. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar currents. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant BT is all but imminent. What the data doesn't tell us is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral monitoring equipment just wasn't precise enough to zero in. Now that you've connected us to the network, though, we should be able to make more accurate predictions. We seriously owe you.
Okay. So yeah, what do you want me to do after this?
It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
That means we're going to see Deadman. Shower time. What's the bet he comes and joins us? That was one of the weirder clips in the first game. Or weirder scenes. You have showered and cleaned up.
It's been too long, Sam. You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget.
Ooh.
That's why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data. With no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived.
Ooh.
Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the Death Stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
Alright, looks like we gotta go. And I've gotta go as well. So, thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, we'll go and see what this big giant BT is all about. Until then, folks, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.